Tara and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
It's that time again for another film review, and it is me, Tara Malik,
and it's me, Andy Baines.
Yay! And this week we're going to be talking about Wonder Woman. So it needs like an epic intro, although I don't know
Wonder Woman.
Don't know if I've done it justice. But yes, so it's time for some girl power. So I'm going to take the lead on this one, eh, Andy?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, boss.
Yes. Okie dokie. So this film is classified 12A. The director is Patty Jenkins. You've got starring in this Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, and Robin Wright. That's just a few of them. That's not the entire cast, obviously. Genre, action, adventure, fantasy, and the running time 2 hours and 21 minutes. And can I just point out, didn't realise that either.
No, same.
Didn't spot that. Didn't make a note about it, but didn't spot it. So that's quite good.
Well, that's normally a good thing. If you don't make a note about pace, unlike one of us did, it's normally a good thing.
And yeah, I never made a note about pace, and then when I saw how long the film actually was, that's when it hit me like, oh.
Is that the noise you make when you get hit?
I just thought the same. Okay. So, in brief, before she was Wonder Woman, she was Diana, Princess of the Amazons, trained warrior. When a pilot crashes and tells of conflict in the outside world, she leaves home to fight a war to end all wars, discovering her full powers and true destiny.
Well done for not saying before she was Wonder Woman.
I'm so tempted. I don't know why. We've started something.
Something about that word.
I think you started it. Wonder Woman. Like, it's just a thing now. Just for us, though, apparently. Okay, we're going to start with story and script. My first thing I just want to say is thoroughly enjoyable. What are you going to say?
I
This
agree.
is when you take over.
I thought you were going to lead, so I figured you were going to say more than just that one thing.
I just wanted to get that out there before I start
my
babbling
first
on.
note as well about enjoyed. It's the best DC so far. In the recent DC universe it's definitely the best.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind you've only got like Suicide Squad to compare that to. I think there was something else. Batman v Superman. There you go. Yeah, I almost forgot about that one.
See, I'm on it.
I'm going to forget about this film anytime soon. No?
I wonder why. Every time a guy says that, I'm like, I think we all know why you really enjoyed the film.
It was a good film. Get over it.
In an awesome costume.
It was a good film.
It actually was. So it's not just about the appearances here. No, it's
fine. When we go and watch Baywatch, I'll be talking about you looking at Zack Efron and The Rock.
Not even. That is an upcoming review, and that's going to be a very, very interesting review.
No, back to this one.
So anyway, you had to bring it up. It's your fault. I wrote keeps you guessing because I kept trying to figure out things, and I did end up slightly wrong.
It was an intriguing script.
Yeah.
And story.
Yeah, and I liked. I guess some things, like I figured out some bits. I knew there was something up with certain people, but I guessed it's slightly wrong with the outcome. So yay, I like it because I still got surprised when I thought I'd figured it out. Moving. I tried to understand. I was like, "What? Who's moving?" I just realised the whole film was quite moving. There were parts of it, and it's like, oh, and then heartbreaking. Obviously, highs and lows. It was a nice journey throughout. It was never anything that got too boring or anything like that. Oh, a few funny mo's as well.
Yes, I've actually got a note saying little giggles at mainly at Diana and Chris Pine, obviously.
Yeah.
I use one character name, one actor name.
That's normally what I do.
My brain is not with it. Yeah, but the character's done well. We'll go into characters at some point, but yeah, the script did make us giggle a little bit.
Definitely. And of course, this film's quite empowering as well to watch. It's really nice, especially the time that it's set in and like the roles of women and how that, stereotyping and how it was like the role of women back then and what rights they have and not and how they should act and what they should wear and how they should be and all that sort of stuff. So it was really empowering. I like the whole girl power bit.
I imagine they got ready quicker as well if they didn't have much options of what to wear and stuff.
Shut up, Andy. No, it took longer because they had layers and layers and layers and like
an onion.
Like a cake. And did they wear corsets? I think, did they still wear corsets back then? I can't remember. But corsets are no fun. Most likely invented by a man to make a woman look more appealing, probably, back then. Because a man's never probably worn a freaking corset. Let's not even get into that. Sorry, I had an experience with a corset one time and I never want to go back to it.
She was attacked in a dark alley by a corset.
I couldn't... I'm scarred for life. No, because like I love my food and I had to really restrict myself for that whole day. It was like we had to film something and I had to be in a corset. Well, it was 2 days actually.
You say we, I wasn't involved.
No, you weren't there, but you got some really miserable texts off of me.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yes, I know.
So yeah, just pursue your potential, never just accept it as it is. So I quite like that whole thing going on here, and that's all I've got for story and script. You've never worn a corset, no?
No. Can't say I have.
You want to wear a corset?
No, not after what you've told me.
They're really fun. So yeah. Anyway, what?
I pictured me in a corset. Go on, before you bust the mic.
Oh my god, that is a funny image. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Okay, action, stunts and shots is the next bit, and again I just want to get out there, best part by far for me. Like that was the main thing that stood out for the film.
They did really use the action in this.
Oh, really it was so good, well dispersed throughout, and the action in this film is just amazing. The choreography, fight sequences and stunts are awesome, and then you add on top of that the epic shots and the slow-mo to really get the full effect. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
It really used 3D well from the start. There was an early on fight, and everything about it was just great.
Yeah, I know.
It did set a good sort of, it set a bar for itself, and it never dropped below that bar.
No, exactly, because it definitely kept that going with the action shots that came after that as well. Amazing stunts in this film, really good action film if that's what you're after as well, with a good story alongside it as well, so you don't get disappointed. It's not like, oh, it's amazing action but a rubbish story. No, you don't get that. You get a really good story and you get amazing action with it as well. Powerful imagery shots, so they were quite
I've got some
effective.
I've got to use word iconic.
Yeah, so brilliant, loved it. And then at one point I must have really enjoyed all the action shots, because I didn't just write one really, I wrote really, really, really cool action shots, slow-mo, panning, movement, epicness, and 3D at times, really effective, especially during the action shots as well. So
I've got a couple notes on slow-mo, and one of them was actually that it was always used well and not too much. It was actually really well done. They didn't overdo it, and they done it well when they did use it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can overuse slow-mo. It does happen quite easily.
I'm glad it didn't. It worked. So I don't know. It just really worked for this film.
You really can't fault the visuals or the combat.
No. Yeah, exactly. From start to finish, the development of it, the build-up, obviously the end fight scene. I loved it. I loved all of it. Anything else for that bit? No, we'll move on to cast. Brilliant. Loved all. That's all I can say. Which is good. The cast did really well on this one.
It was interesting seeing her with a thick accent rather than the accent trying to be hidden a little bit in some of her films.
Oh yeah, no, it really worked. I think for this one.
It does.
For like the origins of where she's supposed to be coming from and stuff.
Completely makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I was having a chat with someone, and they actually agreed with me. Whenever you see her in like was Fast and Furious and something else.
Oh, it was there where she's a spy.
Yeah, she had to lose her accent a little bit for those sort of roles, but this one, because she was from a random island that's never seen other languages, that
random island
and accents.
it
made complete sense that her accent was actually quite thick.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, sorry.
Oh no, carry on.
Chris Pine is Chris Pine. Not too much though. Yeah, he's him what you'd expect him to be, but he's not as far as Star Trek Chris Pine. He's pulled it back, and he's done really well.
The chemistry works so well between them, doesn't it?
That's where I was leading to. Yeah, they are such a good sort of balance of two characters, and they work really well together.
Yeah. So yeah, I loved all the people in here. Bad guys, funny characters, your main man, as we said, Chris Pine, and obviously Gal Gadot. I'm a massive fan here. She's absolutely a perfect match, I think, as Wonder Woman. I mean, I think I already said it back when we reviewed Batman vs Superman. We only got like a little taster and teaser of her, but she was amazing in that, and I was so looking forward when they announced this film. I thought, okay, this is probably going to be good, but let's see. She was fantastic. She definitely did not disappoint at all. Obviously she's got various qualities. She's very attractive, but she's also, like, the character's very powerful and naive, influential, inspirational, demure and headstrong, just all these nice qualities that Wonder Woman needs to have that I think Gal Gadot definitely brought to the table, and then some. So I was quite happy with having her cast as this character, and that it did work overall well as a film, and her interaction with the other cast and characters in this as well.
Totally agree.
So cool. Well, I'm glad you agree.
I liked all the cast.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
it really worked, didn't it?
Done.
I quite liked it. Sets and costumes and location, I believe, is the next one. Great all around.
Completely believable.
Yeah.
Yeah. The island that we've seen in the trailer, the war zone we've seen in the trailer, you know, it's not spoiling anything. And London that we've seen in the trailer, you know. They were all believable, all really well done. Don't know how much was CGI on some of them. Don't know how much, if any, was real location. You know, you just don't know these days. They do such a good job.
That's the thing, isn't it? Even it keeps us guessing, and that says something. Obviously, I love the costumes, of course. You know what I'm like. And again, just adding on to what you've said, did very well creating that part of the world, which was the island at the start. Like, it's just, it was, I mean, obviously, quite a bit of that was the establishing shots where it's like further away. Obviously quite a bit of that is going to be CGI, but when you had the sets, you can I mean, it was just the work that was put into it. Again, like, I loved it. And again, the costumes and the armor and the weapons, loved it. Massive fan. Absolutely massive fan.
You're allowed to be as good.
Yeah, it was good. I'm a happy bunny. The next one,
the music
stuck with me.
Yep, it's from the trailer. Even in the trailer, that would stick in your head.
Theme song. Just sound like a cat. Definitely loved her theme tune. It's just raw and like and ready for a grr. And so don't mess. So I loved it, and
we need to
I was
talk
humming
about
that
your
for
descriptive
ages.
words.
Yeah. It's one of those days, let it go. So I think that's all I have for music.
Yes.
Wasn't much, obviously, but it was really good. Randoms, do you have any?
Yeah.
What's that?
Actually got a little slow at one point.
Ooh.
Only from memory.
Where? Oh, I'm trying to think.
Only one point. I'll tell you afterwards if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
But it did kind of get a bit slow, and I was worried. I made note of it because I was worried that it was going to be like this for a little bit, or it's going to go back to being a bit slow. But it was only the one time from memory, and I only made note of it one time. So
well, that's all right then. The overall pace wasn't bad, but fair point. Yeah, no problem. You want to know my random?
Horses?
Oh, they weren't there? How did I not make a note? And they looked really cool with their costumes. Sorry?
You were so impressed by it.
I was.
Didn't make a note.
So
and then what's your random?
Coming up to this like massive end climactic moment, I wrote, "She is angry."
She must have been hungry at the time.
She's just hangry. That's what it is. But I loved it. There you go. That's my random. I didn't really have anything else to say, so just she's angry. Don't mess. And I guess it means now rate time. What are you going to rate it?
No, you're leading this time.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to rate it an 8. I think it was brilliant. So I keep using that word in this one.
You do.
But yeah. No,
I also thought it was brilliant. I'm going to go 9 though. Because I can't fault much of the film.
You see, I was stuck between an 8 and a 9. Yeah,
now, why are you giving it 8? What is bringing it down from a 10? Why is it not a 10?
It's just like, sometimes with certain films, there are things and I can figure out that it's a set rating. This one here, for me, is just a gut feeling. Like, for me, I can't seem to... It's a really good film, but I don't have that 9 feeling. For me, it's a solid 8, so that's why.
That's fair enough.
I can't tell you why. Yeah, it's just a gut. It's just...
Yeah. And the same, I was debating giving it an 8, and I thought, well, I can't really complain much.
It probably would be a 9. For some reason, my gut just says 8.
Are you hungry as well?
I think so. And the rating it has gotten is an 8.1, so there you go.
Ooh.
Exactly. Okie dokie, so that's it for another film review. Obviously, as you know, we may or may not have a Baywatch film review coming soon. So there might be some other stuff as well.
There's another film before that.
There is another film before that. And then there's Baywatch. So stay tuned. Until then, see you later.
Bye for now.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.